All right, I'm going to put this in the beginning of the video for those ADHD brains out there who can't wait till later on in the video. If you are sending insults, slurs, hate speech, death threats, or any other form of harassment for that matter to any game dev out there, you are a sad, strange little man. And even those participating in this review, quote unquote, review bomb thing that's going on the Steam page of the finals, this is where it started June 8th when the new season was announced. Everybody started dropping these negative reviews for whatever reason. This is the most petty, childish, and foolish thing that I've ever seen. How are you reviewing something you haven't even played yet? This makes no sense to me. It's the most petty thing I could ever see. Sure, you're completely entitled to your own opinion, but how did you form that opinion if you didn't even play it? It's like the equivalent of being a food critic remotely. That makes no sense to me. And first of all, who the frick picks on Oscar, man? He's like the most wholesome person in the community. I don't know what you were thinking when you said this. Nobody can say smack to Oscar. How many game devs or community managers or anything from any game company have you ever seen not only just live stream the game, but play it with their community members as well? Because people behind this mob mentality of the review bomb and this whole thing are not human beings. They're not thinking on their own accord and logic. They're completely going off like sheep and doing no thinking for their own logic self, because if you did, you'd realize that the game hasn't even released yet and you're dropping a review, all this hate for no reason. This is a clear example of the extremes that this mob mentality can go to. The moment you take this hatred and gear it towards an individual or a group of people for that matter, at the end of the day, these people are human and you start to forget that when you're caught up in the moment. What takes a pathetic person like this 2 seconds to write up could impact someone else negatively days, weeks, or even months. Hence why I felt the need to make this video in the first place. Don't forget that at the other end of your words, there's a human being who is reading this. Don't get me wrong, reviews are a good thing, and you are completely entitled to that, and there's a time and place for it. For example, the day before, that game that came out is a complete scam. What the developers and producers promised versus what they delivered was completely different. It was a scam game. It was meant to be a money grab and screwed over so many people who actually trusted and bought this game to begin with. I think most of them got their money back, but there's still a lot who didn't. So in this case, review bomb, completely warranted. Cyberpunk 2077, I don't know if you guys remember that launch. It was completely busted. There were so many glitches, bugs. It was utterly unplayable in previous gen consoles. Like if you were willing to play with 8 FPS, sure, but it was unplayable. There was what it was promised. The actual gameplay footage that was shown years before the game was launched, like 5 years before, versus what was delivered on launch day was night and day. It was a complete different experience. Review bomb, warranted. The Helldivers 2 situation, which I can't see because of these freaking cookies, when PlayStation pulled a hot got you in there and they put in something in the TOS where they said that, hey, later on in the future, we're going to require you to have a PSN account to play this game that you spent money on the Steam network. Well, guess what? Some countries, you can't even make a PSN account. And if you bought it in that country, too bad. You're screwed. In this case, again, review bomb, warranted. But in the finals case, what doesn't make sense to me for these sheep, these stupid mob mentality followers who don't know how to think for themselves, is review bomb doesn't make sense to me because it's, hey, we're releasing a new season, giving you a gorgeous new map, which looks amazing and really fun to play. We're giving you all these new abilities, weapons, and different little gadgets and trinkets that you can use, a whole bunch of bug fixes and changes and so on and so forth for you to play with all this new content. And what do these people do in return? Review bomb. How does that make sense? The math is not mathing there. That makes no sense. Just because you're upset with one change in the game, the whole ranks change situation, while not even playing that season to give a logical opinion on it, you're dropping a review bomb. This math is not mathing. It's like, hey, we're giving you all this stuff and you're still mad. That's so petty. And this sense of entitlement from these people, it just makes no sense to me. Now, sure, I understand your frustration. In fact, I voiced it in my previous video. Embark is completely stripping the rug from under your feet. Everything you've played up until this point, the 2 seasons that we've had in the finals, it's completely changing. The rank mode, if you're a ranked grinder, the whole game is changed for you this season because they later came out to say that this is a temporary change. We're taking the normal cash out mode away from the spotlight, and so we can use it as a way to make changes and to help better balance that mode. And in the future, hopefully we're going to put it back as the main ranked mode. If you grinded ranked, there's a high probability you didn't like terminal attack mode or the power shift mode. I understand that because I didn't even like the terminal attack mode. I played that a handful of times only to get the challenges out of the way. I didn't like it. Am I upset with this change? No. And in fact, I think it's a good change. And for those of you who don't understand why the rank grinders would be mad and upset at this change, let me put it this way. You have 3 different games. You have Fortnite, you have Rainbow Six Siege, I'll put R6 for that, and then you have the finals. People who play Fortnite probably don't play R6, and people who play R6 probably don't play Fortnite. It just doesn't cross into each other. The audiences just don't mix that much. And so when you come to the finals, you're expecting to play the finals, not R6 or Valorant or Fortnite or any other game or Overwatch or something. You came to play the finals. It's kind of like the same thing if your favorite content creator or YouTuber or something like that, or even Twitch streamer started playing a different game. Like for example, if I started posting up Fortnite content, you'd be like, what the hell? If you watch my videos previously, you probably wouldn't even click on this video because it just doesn't interest you. It's an audience thing. People who play the finals want to play the finals, not Overwatch, not R6. This is why they're upset. Here's what I say to that. I saw people saying that they're going to quit the finals and whatever. No, they're not. Nobody's quitting the finals because why? The finals is not its game mode. If you think of a game like Call of Duty, there are a bazillion different game modes on there. And what makes Call of Duty is not the fact that you play domination or that you play search and destroy or whatever. What makes the finals is its chaotic nature, its destructible environment, and its absolute freaking chaos. That is what the finals is and what it offers as unique to the industry, and what the devs and Embark understands, that even though they're putting out an S&D type game mode, it's still not going to be like Valorant because of its absolute unique freaking chaotic destructive environments. And I think people need to understand, in my opinion, what makes the finals is not its game mode. For all I care, I, just like you guys watching this, have played several different game modes that they've released with all the different events throughout the 2 seasons. We've played in community customs in our Discord, which you can join down below, by the way. It literally does not matter what game mode we play. We're still playing the finals, whether we're playing solo Bankit or playing cash out or power shift or whatever. What I'm trying to say here is that core feeling of the finals still exists across whatever game mode you play. So therefore, what makes the finals is not its game mode. I think people need to understand that. There's a common thing amongst content creators for the finals, the people who've been playing the game since like the very beginning. A lot of them find Terminal Attack to be boring. Have you ever thought about why that is? It's because of the same reason that I said here. Terminal Attack, it's because the finals is an arena shooter. It's hectic, it's chaotic, it's fast paced. Terminal Attack and SMD type game modes are a lot slower paced. It's like playing Valorant. Valorant is a much slower game. You gotta take it easy. If you die in a round, first 5 seconds into a round, you could end up waiting a minute and a half. And people who play arena shooters don't really want to have that downtime. They don't want to have that slow paced, methodical gameplay where every decision, every corner you peek has to be thought out and it's very tactical and strategical. It's a clash of audience interests. Same reason why I don't upload Fortnite or Valorant content on this YouTube channel. I love to play both, but I don't upload it on this channel because I know you guys won't enjoy that stuff. If you are on the fence about Season 3, if Terminal Attack just isn't your game mode and you're kind of upset about the change that's about to happen, I say take a deep breath, relax, wait till the season drops, give it a shot, see if you're going to like it then, because there are a lot of changes that's supposed to release with it. And the fact that it's going to be a ranked mode in itself should make the game mode play out much better, since there is a consequence and there's a rank attached to it. It's a lot more serious and a lot more punishing if you die or lose. Just that fact alone should make it play much better. And of course, there's the obvious appeal to a much newer, much more simple-minded player base who are used to playing an S&D type game mode. Wait to form any drastic opinions until the season launches. Keep it respectful first and foremost. And lastly, remember all the times that Embark has actually listened to the community. Stop acting like they haven't. Just a month ago, everyone was whining and complaining that they listened to the community too much. What happened now?